All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all glory and praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashim,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Bahashim,
Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect pushing his word, truth, sincerity. This is GMS LA South Bay coming back with another video in the spirit. And, we're just going to go into, the seriousness of being, involved in the faith, being in this truth, taking this truth serious. This thing is, it's not this is not something to be taken lightly. This isn't entertainment. This isn't something you come into and try to seek out some kind of gratification. You're trying to seek out uh, some popularity or whatever. Anything outside of what this truth commanding us to do. You know, that none of those things matter. You have to you have to come into this thing with a pure heart and be sincere in your intentions, because the Most High, at the end of the day, the Lord knows each and every man's intention, whether you be sincere or if you be insincere. It's gonna be manifested in the end, because it speaks about that in the Apocrypha, where it says, "Then it shall be known who are my chosen."
Mm-hmm.
Because when that time comes, when all hell break loose and Esau come down upon those that fear the Lord, it's gonna be known. It's gonna be made plain that who was really in this and who was really not in this. So me and this brother got together. We're gonna go into the scriptures, and hopefully you brothers are edified. So go ahead, bro.
I'm going to start at Galatians 6 and 3. It says, "For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself."
Hmm.
It says, "But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another."
Right. It says, "Let every man prove his own work." Because you come into this truth, you gotta work. Who's the first person you gotta work on? I mean, or who's the first person you gotta, you rebuke or correct? It's yourself. And you gotta do that on a daily basis, every day, each and every day that we alive, we breathing, we walking on this planet. We gotta examine ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, start at the top again.
It's Galatians 6 and 1.
No, no, I
Or
mean,
3, okay.
yeah,
Galatians 6 and 3, it says, "For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself."
right. If you think you're thinking above what you ought to think, you're not gonna think. You're not gonna be in that spirit to examine yourself.
Yeah.
You don't think you're right. You don't think you don't think you only think you don't need any work at all. And when you come into this truth, that's the that's the mindset you do not want to have. Because every day we are work in progress. We won't be in work in progress until Yahweh Shai come back. Because we're not perfect. You know, even though we strive to be perfect, but we're striving. But guess what? We're still not perfect. We're not gonna be perfect till the Lord makes us perfect. But until then, we gotta strive. And like it says, matter of fact, keep reading.
Con, it says, "But let every man prove his own work,
Right.
and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another."
Right. So it says, until then, you gotta prove your own work.
Yeah.
If you really believe in this truth, you gotta show that. You gotta prove it. And how do you prove it? By going out to the highways and byways. First, you gotta know who you are. You come into the truth. You study. You read the scriptures. You know, you follow your teachers. And then you go out there on the highways and byways, and you do your lessons or whatnot. That's how you prove your own work. Go on.
Con, it says, "For every man shall bear his own burden."
Mm-hmm.
Hey, because real quick, brother, you know how we were speaking before. We started recording that, like, you got cheerleaders out there
Yeah.
that say, "Oh, this guy's the one. This is the man. This is the one I follow."
Right.
Of course, we give double honors to the apostles and to the elders,
Right.
but the elders always tell us, "Hey, we can't save you.
Right.
You got to do your own work. You can't latch onto what another man's works."
Exactly. That's right. You gotta look at it as you got your own personal relationship with Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
So you can't lean on another man's work or another. Hey, you gotta work out your own salvation,
Mm-hmm.
man. Even if it means you have to be by yourself, because you got brothers out there that they don't have multiple brothers in their camp. You know, you got certain brothers out there that teach by themselves because they doing what they got to do. They're not gonna say, "Oh, I ain't got nobody with me, so I guess I can't do it."
Yeah.
No, they do it by themselves. They hold it down. They hold down the fort by themselves. So those are just examples of basically showing if the spirit of the Lord, if the Lord is with you, you're gonna do this work
Mm-hmm.
regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy that's not gonna take this serious, he's gonna bullshit. He's gonna forget. Matter of fact, get real fast. Get James 1.
Oh, can be a doer.
Hmm.
Hey, real quick, brother. You know how you were talking about them? Some brothers out there by themselves.
Yeah.
Pushing by themselves. That those brothers are a good example of faith and of diligence. You should be like, damn, that brother's all by himself and he's still doing it. Even
Yeah.
if I'm surrounded by brothers, I got to be in that same mentality like that, bro. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I might not have anybody, but I still got to do what I got to do. I
Right.
still got to do what the Yahweh Shimon Shai requires of me.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, this is James 1
Start at
and
20.
20. It says, okay, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness,
Hmm.
and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls.
Right. So you have received the word. You have received it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Which 2/3 of our people, they can't receive this word. And receiving this word is a part of being. It's a part of answering that call, that calling.
Mhm.
Because we're trying to give diligence to make. We're making our we're giving diligence to make our calling election sure by
Mhm.
doing what we gotta do, serving the Lord.
Mhm.
We're in the process of that right now as we speak. But it says you got to receive it.
Mhm. It
You know
says,
what I'm saying?
let me read that again.
No.
It says, and receive with meekness the engrafted word,
Yep.
which is able to save your souls.
Yep. And receive it with meekness. You gotta be humble.
Mhm.
When you first come to the truth, you know how you were grateful that you got this understanding. You can't lose that meekness. You gotta look at you kind of get the truth gotta feel like every day it should feel like the first day you came into it.
Mhm.
You gotta keep that humility. Now when I say you gotta be like how you first came in, I don't mean as far as growth. I'm talking about as far as your humility. Because of course when you come into this thing, you want to grow. You're gonna the Lord is gonna raise you up on certain levels. He's
Mhm.
gonna give you understanding by putting you through situations, putting you through different obstacles for you to learn and to grow and to be able to have discernment. But at the same time, you gotta keep that humility. Because
Mhm.
remember what Yahweh Shai told his disciples, he said that the day they humble themselves as a child, the same is great as in the kingdom of heaven.
Mhm.
So,
Kind of right, bro. It says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
right, you gotta be a doer. So this is just showing you right there how serious this thing is. This ain't about, like the brother mentioned earlier, cheerleading. This ain't about lip service. It's
Yeah,
about action.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you come into this truth, you're learning action. You're hearing what the words brothers are saying. You don't have to put those words into action. Go on.
I'll read that again. It says, be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
Right.
Hey, because you got people that let's say they watch the videos, they know the truth, or even some that are in camps that they hear the word,
Hmm.
they understand it, so to speak,
Right.
but hey, they don't do what they're supposed to do. They're
Right.
trying to latch on to someone's work, or they're
Right.
trying to like the brother said, pay lip service
Right.
because they're not doing their own work. Scriptures say that basically faith without works is dead.
Right.
So if you sincere, if you want to obtain salvation, then you're gonna be fruitful, man.
Right.
You're gonna be active.
Right.
You're gonna be productive in this truth, man.
Right. Like if you gotta look at it from this analogy. So like if you're a child, right? Your parents ask you to clean your room, and you sit on your ass, you play, you do whatever the hell you want to do, and you just lollygag playing around all day, and they come back home and they see your room ain't clean. What do you think their reaction gonna be? They're gonna be angry.
Hmm.
They're gonna be upset. And they may just whoop your ass, and
Yeah.
they'll whoop your ass. So it's the same thing with the Lord. The Lord is basically telling us, hey, look, I'm giving you a responsibility. This is what I want you to do. And when I come back, I better find you doing this. Because if I come back and you're not doing this, you don't get your ass spanked
Con.
and spanked by those plagues, whether it be concentration camp, the famine, these plagues, these pestilence, and ultimately those missiles.
Con, bro.
Go on.
Hey, real quick, brother. You know how in Apocrypha in Sirach it says I think the 12th chapter it says fight for the Lord unto death, or
Mm-hmm.
strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Yep.
How you expect Yahweh Shimon try to fight for you when you're not striving for the truth, man?
Right.
You're not doing anything.
Right.
How you expect a reward? How do you expect to get paid that penny if you're not doing any work?
Right.
Hey, that reward is your pay for what you for your actions. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
You can't go to work. You can't go to work for Esau, not do shit, and be like, hey, where's my money at? Where's my
Right.
check?
Right.
They'll get rid of your ass. You think the Most High is not gonna do the same?
Right.
You know?
Right. You can't be in that quitting spirit either. Though this is getting too hard. I mean, we all go through those things. You get overwhelmed sometimes, but overall, your mind gotta be fixed on this.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be half-hearted. You
Yeah.
can't come into this thing being half-hearted. You going out to the camp, but you're not really, your heart not really in it, your mind not really in it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Do you want me
Don't,
to keep going on here?
yeah.
All right. Again, I'm gonna read James 1:22. It says, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
Hmm.
For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was."
You that old man. You still that old man, basically. You still your same old wicked self, evil self. You know what I'm saying? You haven't really fully committed yourself and be trying to become that new man, striving to become that, to be perfect. Because like I said, we're not perfect, but we striving.
Mm-hmm.
Like the brother quoted the scripture in the Apocrypha, Sirach, the 4th chapter, strive for
Oh,
the
the fourth,
truth.
Salah. Yeah, the fourth.
Yep, strive for the truth unto death,
Yeah.
and the Lord shall fight for you. So that means you're gonna have to be, even if it means for you to give your life up. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's to show you how deadly serious it is. It's so deadly serious that you may even die for this.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't. A lot of guys are coming to this truth in Israel in general, not just GMS, but Israel in general. A lot of our people really take this truth lightly. They really don't understand the seriousness and the gravity of being in this word, and the responsibilities that come with it, and the seriousness that comes with it. Go on.
It says, verse 25. It says, "But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he not being a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work,
Hmm.
this man shall be blessed in his deed."
Right. So you being not a forgetful hearer, because you got to be taught first, right? In order to know the truth, you have to hear first. But the brother that's not being a forgetful hearer, he becomes a what? A doer. He starts just on the just for example, just keeping certain laws, growing your beard. That's being a doer of the work. Not shaving off your beard, not getting line up, not getting tattooed, not eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, any abominations that we're not supposed to eat. Or you keep the Sabbath to the best of your ability. All right. You keep the high holy days, keep the Passover, keep the Day of Atonement. you know, things of that, and then you do those things. You pray, you fast,
Mhm.
you do these things to show, to have works to back up your faith.
I got one real quick. That was into that one. You know, you said
Mhm.
like basically, you know, we can't have that spirit of quitting. You know,
Right.
hey, because hey, that's what a nigga does, bro. 2/3 quit.
Yeah.
You know, they do things half-assed, or they start something and say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but they never do shit.
Right.
They never complete it.
Right.
Hey, but you got to complete this thing like in the verse I just read. It said, but he that continue with therein, that he will be blessed in his deed. And you got to finish, man.
Right.
You got to start where you finish in this truth, man.
Yeah.
This is Luke 14, and I'm gonna start at 27. It says, and whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So you're gonna have to bear that burden, man.
Right.
You know, hey, and the Lord said that my burden is light.
Right.
So no matter what we're going through, no matter what we're feeling, how hard it might be in His flesh, it's really nothing in comparison to the glory that you're gonna obtain if you endure, man.
Yep.
Okay, it says, verse 28, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
That's right. So, like, you know, and that's a spiritual saying, because you know the Lord spoke in parables, the Lord spoke in parabolic talk. You know, he'll use an analogy, like somebody building something, but he's really talking spiritually.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what you gotta do. Before you come to this truth, you gotta know, you gotta ask you gotta know within yourself that that you're willing to sacrifice. You know, because in order to prosper or to grow in something, you have to be dedicated to
Yeah.
that. Like you look at these athletes, these entertainers, and these different, just using them for an example. The reason why some of them become great, or they become an elite in what they do, is because they fully dedicate their lives to their craft.
Yeah.
That means, a lot of these celebrities and athletes, they go through divorces because they get split from their family because they dedicate so much time to what they do that it basically breaks up their family
Yeah.
because they're so dedicated. But that's how they become great. That's why they're elite status.
Okay.
So the truth is the same way. You come into this thing, you gotta dedicate most of your time, your life basically goes into this truth,
Yeah.
doing the work, being out there on the highways and byways,
Okay.
doing your shows, fellowshipping with the brethren, breaking bread.
Yeah, bro. It is right, bro. Like you said, all these athletes, they put they dedicate their whole lives. You know, you see Jake and they're like, oh, look at Floyd, look at Floyd. Floyd got this. Floyd got money. He got fame. Hey, man, Floyd fucking put in work in the fucking gym. He put hours in the
Yeah.
gym. How you think he got to be good? It's repetition, man. It's fucking sweat. Blood and tears, man.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing in this truth, man. You're not gonna just come in and have it all.
Mm-hmm.
How do the how do you grow in this thing, man? By being dedicated, man. Always
Right.
reading, always studying, doing your shows. That's how you get better, man.
Yeah.
I know I could speak for speaking for myself, but also for some of the brothers. Hey, before coming in this, I couldn't speak in front of nobody, bro.
Yeah.
But how do we do it now, bro? By faith and by practice, man.
Yeah. And the spirit of the Most High.
And the spirit, bro. The most I got to give it to you first and foremost.
Yeah.
But that's how you know. That's how you grow. That's how you know. Oh, this is a precept. Brother, give me this, give me that.
Yeah.
To practice, man, to repetition.
Yeah. Because remember where Moses told the Lord, he said, I'm slow of speech.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But the Most High, he still dealt with Moses, because it ain't about how good you can speak or whatever. If the Lord chooses you, the Lord chose you. That's what it's all about. And Moses was a meek man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was the meekest man on the earth. And the Most High chose him, to be a servant, to lead Israel.
I'll read that again. Luke 14:28 says, "For which of you intended to build a tower, sit it not down first and counted the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it.
Right.
Let's
Like when you go to a restaurant and you look at a menu, you looking at the menus, right? That's what you're basically, and the reason why you look at the menu, you looking at the food, different foods. You looking at what you can finish,
yeah,
what's sufficient for you, right? Because when you go to eat, you're eating to satisfy your hunger. Wherever you eat, you want to eat to that satisfaction till you're satisfied.
yeah,
So it's like when you come to the truth, you gotta make sure this is sufficient.
yeah.
You're sufficient you're sufficient to finish the task. You're sufficient for the race, basically.
Con,
You
hey, bro,
know.
because some men, they come in thinking like, oh, once I'm in the camp, I'm cool, or
Mm-hmm.
once in the camp, I made it.
Yep.
And you gotta and you gotta consider all that. Like, hey, when I come in, I'm gonna have problems with my family. I'm gonna have problems
Right.
financially. I'm gonna
Right.
have all kind of problems, man.
Yeah.
Demons are gonna fuck with me.
Yep.
My woman might leave. I might lose my family. I might lose my job.
Right.
I'm gonna suffer all kind of persecutions. You
Right.
gotta consider all that before you come in, man. And
Yep.
and know, do you have what it takes to endure, man?
Yep. And when you join the camp, yeah, it ain't like you said. Some guys think they make it when you join the camp. When you join the camp, that's just the beginning. That's the beginning. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Because when you join the camp, that's you putting basically you putting your hands to the plow now. Now your hands to the plow.
yeah.
That's the beginning, right there. Because you join the camp, that ain't you ain't supposed to. You can't have that mindset. Oh, I'm in the camp, so I'm good now.
Nope.
No, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
You had some dudes that come in the camp. They some last a month. You know what I'm saying? Some last two camps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't see them no more. So don't have that mindset of
Nah.
I'm good. I'm in the camp because you'll be in camp 1 week and then your ass is gone.
Mhm.
We ain't seen that. I done seen that quite a few times in this camp. Certain dudes they be a few camps and then you don't see them no more.
Come, bro. It goes in on
Well,
that, bro. It says, verse 29, lest happily, after he hath laid the foundation and he is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him,
right,
saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
right. And like I was saying, like when you go to a restaurant, you order food or whatever, you look at the menu, you're looking at something that's sufficient for you. Now, if you get something that's not sufficient for you, you thinking your eyes is bigger than your stomach, you're not going to finish your food. You're not going to finish the plate. You're not going to be able to finish it because it's excessive. The food that you order is exceeded what is sufficient for you. So when you come to the truth, you gotta know that like this is it. This is going to satisfy me. This is sufficient right here. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not, you just come into this for like alternative reasons, motives. You're not coming in this thing the right way. Guess what? You're gonna end up you're gonna end up not finishing what you started.
Hey, bro,
You
and
know.
like it says that, they began to mock him. We're going to mock
Hmm.
you.
Yeah, you're gonna be a laughing stock.
We've seen that happen. A dude falls out, and then we're like, hey, this guy wasn't sincere. We
Right.
seen it coming. He wasn't fucking faithful. He was a punk. He was a bitch.
Yeah.
We mock you, man,
Yeah.
because we're over here still trying to build. We're over here suffering just like you,
Right.
and we're not giving up.
Right.
Lord willing, we endure to the end. But we see dudes fall out, and they're like, man, we suffering, but man, this guy really gonna fall out over some bullshit. He's gonna
Right.
fall out because he lost his job. He's gonna fall out because he lost his woman.
Right.
Those men didn't have the what it took.
Right.
Lord willing, we do.
Right.
All right.
The Lord didn't give them that faith.
Con. Well, that was it on that. There was one real quick, so like it.
You read Galatians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me. So like it, but give me
Yeah.
1 second to find this
No,
one.
it's good. Yeah, because a lot of dudes coming to this truth, and then they don't fully invest they spirit in this thing. You know, some dudes come into the truth, and you know they got a mindset of, you know, they put a time limit on the truth, basically, without them saying it. You know, it's just a you know it's a mindset they in. You know, they don't you know they come in basically they come in this thing half-hearted.
Yeah.
They go out there, you know, they go out there in the camp with brothers, you know, they out there in the camp, you know, they fellowship with brothers, but really deep down, you know, they somewhere else. Their mind is somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's why even when you fellowship, you can notice little things. You know what I'm saying? Like disconnects, like you notice little behavior patterns. You know what I'm saying? And you can see that this dude, this dude, he really not about this. You know what I'm saying?
I got one, bro. Like, you know, basically, when you come into this, you gotta know why you're in this.
Yeah,
You gotta know what the fuck you're doing. You can't be in here, like the brother said, half-hearted, kind of just looking around, like, I'm just here.
yeah,
Hey, fuck all of that. You know, the scripture said that, basically, that the harvest
right,
is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We need men to come in here and work. We
right,
can't have just people just standing with their hands in their pockets, man.
right,
You gotta know what you're doing in this thing, man.
right.
All right.
Like if you've been in the camp for over 2 years, you should be at a point where you know you ain't gonna. I ain't saying you gonna be deep or nothing like that, but you should at least be able to do a 5-minute video.
We seen it with we seen some man, we seen some dude like that.
You
He
know,
was in it for a couple years and he didn't grow for anything, man. He
no,
was just standing there like, hey brother, what do I do? You know, you have to do everything for him.
yeah,
Hey, that's not the kind of man that Yahweh Shem is looking for, man.
yeah,
You know, even John the Baptist, he said, bring forth fruit that is meet for repentance, man.
Yeah,
You know, someone like that isn't need for repentance. Someone like that is just fucking playing, man.
yeah. And it showed you that individual he wasn't reading, he wasn't applying himself, he wasn't examining himself, he wasn't doing any of those things.
Come on, bro.
So,
It's 1 Corinthians 9:24. It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? It says, so run that ye may obtain.
so it says to run.
With a purpose.
Don't spectate the race. You supposed to be in the fucking race.
Yeah.
You ain't you know some a lot of Jakes they watching they in the fucking crowd watching us run and shit when they ass is supposed to be on the field, on the track. Get your ass on the track.
And it says run that ye may obtain, not just to participate, but to try to win.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do, bro.
Yeah.
You have to have a purpose in this thing. You just can't, you know, let's say someone, you know, let's say at the Olympics, you know, when Usain Bolt and them run the 100 meters, 200 meters, they're not going just to fucking have fun and, I'm just happy to be here. They're trying to fucking win that prize.
Yeah, bro.
They go there with a purpose, with intent.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do when you come into this truth, man.
Yeah, that's right.
It says, shall I go ahead?
No, go ahead.
All right, verse 25, it says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yeah, and the incorruptible is gonna come from what? The Yahweh Shemi Shah, the Lord. Because this shit, you know, getting prosperity or you know getting so-called accolades on the side, that shit is vain. Because this place getting ready to be destroyed.
Straight
man.
up.
All our people that get like these Jakes that's up in the system, you know, these Jakes that's in the politics, they up in the you know higher echelon of society.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? They getting ready to lose that shit.
That's
all
right.
that shit they had, they built and stored up. It was in vain because this shit is getting ready to be destroyed.
Hey, bro, you know how we use like Floyd Mayweather and I just said Usain Bolt.
Yep.
They're a good example to show, you know, dedication, but really, they're dedicating and they're putting their life, they're putting everything, you know, on the line for something that is corruptible,
Yep.
something that they could be taken. You know, and let's say Floyd got belts. You know, back when he was fighting, they could strip Esau could take the belt away.
Yep.
Esau could take that money that he has.
Yep.
But we're striving for something that can be taken.
Yep.
Bro, you're part of the leg. Yahweh Shai himself is going to put that crown on your head.
That's right.
No one can take that away. And no one can take the Most High sheep from his hand, man.
That's right. I remember Apostle Gabar did a video on Mike Tyson, where Mike Tyson
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
he basically he looks at his belts like they ain't shit no more.
yeah.
Because it's true, because them belts ain't shit. Because look at the state Mike Tyson is in that is in now. You know, nobody's all them people that was around him when he was Iron Mike Tyson. Where the fuck they at?
Yo,
You know, his name ain't glorified anymore. People don't go want to go meet Mike Tyson no more.
hey, bro, the name Mike Tyson now is just used as a cautionary tale. Like,
Yeah.
don't do like this motherfucker did.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
dude made over $400 million, dollars in purses in his fights. Where that money at now?
Right.
You know, like the brother was saying, Mike Tyson didn't even give a fuck about his titles. He spent all his life, he dedicated all his life for a belt that it didn't worth shit.
Right.
Like I said, it's corrupt. They like, let me read that again, bro. 1 Corinthians 9:25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. That's a corruptible crown.
Right.
It don't have any value.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It says, but we an incorruptible. Like I said, the prize that we're trying to obtain is gonna be is eternal.
Salvation.
Its salvation is eternal. It's forever. To be part of the elect, to rule over the universe with Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Hey, no one can take that away from us if you know we're worthy of obtaining that. You know.
Yeah.
It says, verse 26. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so
Right.
fight I, not as one that beateth the air. So you got to do it not doubting, man, not being like, oh, well, you know, is it true? Can I do it? Do I have what it takes? Hey, fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, come with intent, come with a purpose,
Yeah,
man.
it can't be lukewarm.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody that's, you know, they come. It's like somebody like somebody playing basketball, right? They're not really, you know, they not playing their hardest. They just kind of like they going through the motions. They on the court. They not, you know, they going to the hole, but they're not really going to the hole like they should. You know what I'm saying? They coming in with that weak shit. You know, Lord, you know, the Lord ain't with that, man. You gotta give your all to this.
Hey, bro, you know, since we use sports a lot as metaphors, someone that goes in like that, not only are they gonna lose, but they're liable to get injured.
Yeah.
Going kind of, I don't know, you know, you're going kind of scared. Someone's gonna fucking knock you out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I can win. Every fighter, they go win like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
You know, no one's gonna know. Like, hey, that's what, you know, you see those 24/7s, those all access. The fighters say he's not working harder than me. He's not gonna take this from me.
Yeah.
That's the kind of mentality you got to come into this truth with.
Yeah.
Even in the scriptures, bro, it says so that no man take that crown, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to come like, hey, man, I'm working for this. I'm, you know, Lord willing, I'm gonna obtain that, man.
Yeah.
You got to come with a purpose. Like, let me read that again.
Yeah.
I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. Not just to fucking just do it, man. We come in here to obtain salvation, man.
Yeah.
To please Yahweh Shem Shai, and to Lord willing, you know, be saved out of the fucking coming torments, man.
Yeah, we ain't playing no games.
Hell no.
Like you said, when the botches get in the ring, they're not playing.
Nope.
You know, when they ring that bell, then the fight is on. It's on.
It's
you know
on,
what I'm saying? And they're not thinking. They not giving a fuck who's in front of them.
Nope.
Whoever's in front of them, they basically they meet. They food.
Bro.
You know.
Hey, bro. Let me. I remember hearing this quote. It's a soccer player, this French guy. He a Jake. His name is Eric Cantona. He said, he's like, they asked him about a game that was coming up, about a team that he was going to play against. He said, I don't play against a team. I play against the thought of losing. So he was like, I don't give a fuck who's in front of me. I'm going to win.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Yep, that's the mentality you gotta have. You know, the try to win. You know, win. J Rock got that song, win, 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 win. You know, it's a badass song. But you know, we look at it spiritually. That's right. You know, that's the mentality you gotta have. You know, you gotta have that. You know, the mindset of winning that race.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that gets the prize, that means what? They won it.
Yeah.
They won. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you gonna get that prize is to finish that race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because really, we racing against ourselves. You know, you racing against your that flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because this truth is a race, and it's over. It's not over till the Lord comes back and delivers us.
bro, like you said, you're racing against yourself. The next verse it says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection.
Mm-hmm.
Because you fighting against yourself, you fighting against the flesh, you fighting against these demons trying to put thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
Apostle Gabar always says it. He's like your biggest enemy in this truth is yourself, man.
Yeah.
That person looking at you in the mirror.
Yeah, the man in the mirror.
So you gotta basically you gotta be aware of this, and you gotta keep your body, you gotta keep yourself in check, man,
Yeah.
by examining yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, it says, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
Right.
So basically, you got to examine yourself, see what you're doing wrong, see what you're doing good, correct your mistakes so that you don't fall off, man.
Yep.
You out here telling everybody this and that, and you're fucking up, and then you're out the truth, man.
Right. And whatever it is that's causing you to err, concerning the faith, you supposed to, you've been in the truth for a certain amount of time. You supposed to know what that is and cut that off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain things, when you in this truth for a certain amount of time, you should be on the level to recognize certain things that's hindering you, and growing within in the knowledge.
Yeah.
Or to be to produce in this truth, and you should be able to recognize that and cut those things off.
Mm-hmm.
Promptly, because if you come into this thing and you keep repeating similar offenses over and over again, what's gonna happen is, you're gonna be overtaken. You're gonna succumb to those desires, that lust, that flesh, that old man. You're gonna succumb to your flesh because you're not taking heed to, because the spirit, a lot of times, you don't need brothers to come and admonish you or rebuke you. Some things within yourself, if you slipping or not. But you gotta be spiritual enough to take heed,
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to act promptly, act quickly to cut those things off.
Bro, that's why Paul said that he keepeth his body and bringeth it unto subjection, man.
Yeah.
Knowing cutting off bullshit, not looking to please your flesh and be carnal,
Right.
because like you said, let me read that again. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So you got to be spiritually minded, man. Doing the things that please you. How about you shine in the spirit and not your very flesh, man? Not your own flesh. If that happens, like the brother was saying, you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're gonna be a castaway, man.
Right.
You're gonna fall off.
Right.
The Most High is gonna take that spirit away from you, man.
Right. Like, for example, I'm just gonna use this as an example. Like, if your weakness is women, you have a problem. Like you a brother that spend a lot of money on prostitutes.
Yeah.
And you always going, you always in the hole behind that. Yeah, you keep doing that shit over and over again. You gonna be giving over to that lust.
We've seen that
It's
happen.
gonna destroy you.
We've seen that happen.
Yeah. Or if your thing is drink, if you give yourself over to those things, it's gonna destroy you. It's gonna have you out here looking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it shows, and it's kind of, it's you playing with fire basically, because you're not walking in fear. Now you're just reckless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just using those two things. It could be anything. I'm just
Yeah.
using those two things as an example of how not to be.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you come to this truth, these are things like we spoke about being dedicated, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order to be dedicated, you have to make sacrifices. That means
Yeah.
you have to cut certain things off.
Yeah.
You can't. When somebody's dedicated, they don't do what they want to do. They do what they have to do.
Calm, bro. Calm.
You know?
Hey, like the brother Mike always says, you playing with your life, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got another one going into the mentality you gotta have being in this truth, man. Like basically, keep pushing no matter what.
Yeah.
There's Romans 8:35. It says, "Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach?
Mm-hmm.
Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine
Mm-hmm.
or nakedness or peril or sword?"
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the answer? No, none of that's gonna separate us from the love of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If you really faithful and sincere and have fear, man. If you're one of those men, nothing's gonna hold you from doing this work, man.
That's right.
You know, like your brother said, it's not about doing what you want to do, but what you have to do.
Yep.
Nothing's gonna hold you from doing what you have to do if you really sincere, man, and striving and putting your best foot forward, man.
Right.
And you know, being diligent.
Yep.
Okay, it says, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Yep.
It says, nay, in these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Right. Conqueror. You know, more than conqueror, because ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about election. The Lord chose you to. The Lord chose you to believe, until the end. You know, that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know, but see, us not knowing that keeps that fear upon us to want to do the right thing. Because we're not knowing, we're not just gonna be like, okay, oh, we out there on the highways and byways, so we good. No, we have to continue to do these things because we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know if we are the elect or not.
Yeah.
That's why we striving. That's why we doing as much as we can to get in the good graces of the Lord. Because obviously we're still in captivity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We still gotta go to our jobs or whatnot. We still gotta handle our business here in the meanwhile, but we still also we also know we're accountable for this word. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you come into this truth, you know what I'm saying, you gotta keep that in mind, you know. You know, this thing ain't over until the Lord come back. And the Lord come back and he see you bullshitting, what's gonna happen? You know?
Yeah, it's at the next verse. It says, for I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, our Lord.
Right. So nothing's gonna. If we pray all of us that we're the elect. If you are the elect, none of those things is gonna separate you from the Lord. You know, not even death. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you have that mindset, just keep, just do the best you can and be sincere. That's the thing, man. It's all about being sincere.
Hey, bro, yeah, like that's the what we were going into, because and being sincere, that means you got to know what you're in here for, man. You got to believe and you got to have a purpose, man. You got to have an intent when you come and do this work, man. You can't be just standing around, looking around, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Wishy-washy, half-assed,
right? Lukewarm.
Yahushua said he'll spew you out of his mouth if you're lukewarm, man.
That's right. That's right.
So if you're sincere, you're gonna have that attitude of I'm doing this for a purpose. I'm doing it for a reason.
You gotta be earnest about this thing.
Yeah.
You gotta be, enthusiastic about the truth. You know, you can't be like Paul say, that dude that used to do that camera, the clear-eyed guy, clear-eyed.
Ben Stein, I think is his name.
Yeah, you can't be coming. I mean, every brother guys. Some brothers are laid back, but spiritually, your spirit gotta be on fire for this.
That's right, bro.
You can't be coming to camp, your mind somewhere else and shit. You thinking about the fucking UFC fight. I mean, brothers watch the fight, but when you at camp, you gotta be engaged, man. You gotta be in the spirit. You gotta be paying attention. You gotta be, involved.
Hey, bro, those things come after doing the work.
We might go see a fight after camp, but but when you at camp, you gotta be at camp. You know what I mean?
You gotta be present.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be present. Even if you present physically, you gotta be present spiritually there. Your mind gotta be there.
Come on, bro.
So with that, we're gonna wrap it up. Hopefully, this is edifying to you brothers out there. You brothers stay strong, man. Brothers keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? We almost out of here, man. Let brotherly love continue. Always remain humble, and Lord willing, this be the year we out of here. So with that, we're gonna give all glory and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and those a great millstone, and it's a salutation to hopeful elect, pushing his word, truth, sincerity, and we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.